After 3 minutes, I already like RWBY Chibi better than the regular show, and it would take several hours to explain why. But I already hear the nagging question, what if you're just into RWBY for the action? Well, watch this. Yeah, that was a parry and a riposte. Already more thought has been put into the action of RWBY Chibi than into the tournament at the beginning of Volume 3. Can we just take a moment? It's beautiful. Suffice to say, this is pretty much what I thought RWBY should have been from the start. I mean, not exactly. I still respect the art of the continuous story, but when you're dealing with people who would have a hard time distinguishing between shit Shinola and a screenplay, you gotta take what you can get. Here, Carrie actually appears to be hiding his weaknesses, whether or not he's self-aware that that's what he's doing. RWBY Chibi is structured into a bunch of non-sequitur skits, like here we have RWBY baking an oversized cookie, which is already a clearer demonstration of how she's useless without her weapon than anything the show proper has even tried to present. Here we have Weiss playing pin the tail on the donkey and sparring, which both reinforce the idea that she's not good at fighting, which if you'll remember the Volume 1 commentary,
both RWBY and Weiss are absolutely capable.
Goes counter to how they intended to portray her, but maybe they realized that was kind of dumb. The great thing is how the gags and characterization go hand in hand, both being supported by the same animation beats, which is the opposite of how RWBY proper works. But the bread and butter of this first episode is the sketch where RWBY furiously masturbates to Blake's porn.
Can I have my book back? Later!
This sketch is great on a number of levels. First and foremost being that it serves to dispel the notion that RWBY Chibi exists to recapture the child audience that was lost in the tonal shift in the third volume. One thing that I am very happy to be wrong about is that I was expecting RWBY Chibi to be full of things that only kids could laugh at, which there happily aren't any of, mostly because none of the gags stick around long enough to be groaners, but the secret of comedy is timing, so consider the humor nailed, especially because this joke is subversive to the meta.
Now that's a katana.
I mean, it pokes holes in the Bumblebee and White Rose ships. I mean, I'm no forensic anthropologist, but I am fairly certain that nothing on the female body can be referred to as a katana. This is how you tease shippers, not by making their shit canon. That's rewarding them. That's the last type of behavior you want to reward. So I'm actually looking forward to watching more of this show. I want to see how Juniper and the adults are handled. I'm even interested in seeing new or less established characters, which is honestly the opposite of how I feel in the real show. You do need to have seen Volume 1 to get it, but I consider this show an apology for the rest of the series. Hopefully from now on, we'll get a level of humor relatively consistent to what we got in this first episode.